Dear Ameema, it is the 6th of January 2021. I do not know how things are at your end, but the world is now at war. Even though the humanity has successfully managed to eradicate old ways of bloodshed and violence on larger scales, a microorganism has turned the world into a battle zone where our defense lies in effective communication and care of our species as a whole. Our enemy that cannot be seen through naked eyes attacks in moments of closeness and has learned to disguise and modify itself very well. Millions across the world have lost their lives, loved ones, and millions are between life and death in hospitals. The system coming to a halt has left the masses in an economic crisis where a flawed system continues to multiply the wealth of the wealthiest, leaving the average man in dire financial need. We happen to be living in a time that revolves around humanism, the idea of independence and sanctity of the individual, but we fail to acknowledge is that an overdose of such a philosophy in the society often leads to alienation of the masses, which in turn has a huge role to play in the growing rates of suicide, depression, and similar mental illnesses. As the world underwent a medical emergency, we were reminded of the concrete reality: together we stand, divided we fall. Meaning the only way to come out of this medical war was to stand together, not only in terms of building an efficient communication and healthcare system throughout the world, but also the instillment of a sense of unity amongst the masses to act with care, kindness, and responsibility, as the very survival of our species depends on it, not only in times of crisis, but also otherwise. This is a hard lesson humanity is yet to learn as we move from one lockdown to another, losing thousands of precious lives around the globe. As long as we refuse to look beyond the primitive idea of self and fail to see our life and that of others gel together and codependent, we are indeed at loss. As long as we fail to see ourselves and others as a member of one community and one body, we shall continue to suffer time and again. The system we once considered the intelligent product of the millennia of human evolution has come to the ground with a staggering jolt. Our fabricated reality is now falling apart, and although it has filled our lives with a sense of meaninglessness, life now demands us not to go back to the old ways, rather to correct them. Paradoxical to the physical state of confinement and mental state of lethargy we are going through, the very idea also gives birth to a sense of freedom to think anew, to leave old baggage behind and seek new meaning of normality, order in life itself. Ours is a war where humanity is the cause, humanity is the fight, and within humanity lies our hope. I hope to see a better world till the time you write back. Ameema.